What happens when a company fires the only employee keeping the factory running? When I joined a large energy company in early 2021, I expected a stable technical job and little else. The company repaired turbine parts used in power stations across Europe. Instead of replacing worn metal pieces with expensive new ones, customers could send them to our factory for restoration. The process saved millions because repaired turbine blades cost far less than new ones. I worked in quality control at a facility outside the city of Hartwell. My job involved operating a computerized measuring machine that scanned turbine blades with extreme precision. Heat and pressure slowly warped the metal over time, so every blade needed inspection before it could be reused safely. Most employees only knew how to start the machine and run standard programs. Very few understood how the system truly worked. One senior technician named Victor had spent decades learning every detail. He knew how to repair errors, recalibrate the equipment, and solve technical problems quickly. Although he could be strict, he respected people who cared about doing good work. The factory itself had a terrible culture. Small groups protected one another no matter what happened. If someone belonged to the right circle, mistakes were ignored. Honest employees often became convenient targets whenever problems appeared. Another machine operator named Leon created constant trouble. He was related to one supervisor and closely connected to upper management, which made him feel untouchable. He avoided difficult tasks, left work unfinished for others, and reacted badly whenever anyone questioned him. One morning I arrived and discovered several heavy containers filled with unsorted turbine blades. Organizing them properly took hours and slowed production badly. Leon had worked the previous shift and intentionally ignored the task. When I politely asked about it later, he dismissed the conversation and acted as if the rules did not apply to him. Weeks later, I noticed a grinding sound while preparing the measuring machine for operation. After shutting everything down, I discovered damage across the stone guide surface beneath the machine. Repairs lasted more than a month and created a huge production backlog. Evidence strongly suggested someone had dropped a turbine blade onto the machine during the previous shift. Despite the damage, management still refused to hold Leon responsible. When the machine finally returned to service, the situation became worse. We already faced delays, and experienced operators had left the company. I often worked overtime just to keep production moving. One Monday I arrived and realized 4 entire orders had no measurement reports saved in the system. After searching through the software logs with our facility technician, we discovered someone had disabled the machine output completely. That afternoon, the department director, a manager named Curtis, stormed into my workspace carrying termination paperwork. He accused me of creating conflict with coworkers and demanded that I apologize to Leon. If I refused, my contract would end immediately. Instead of arguing, I calmly read the document and signed it. Curtis assumed I would return later, begging to keep my position. Instead, I spent the next 2 hours following every company procedure exactly. I backed up my files, cleaned my workstation, erased the laptop correctly, and returned every piece of company equipment. When I handed over the signed termination form, confusion spread through the office. My supervisor suddenly realized I was the only remaining employee who fully understood the measuring system. Without proper maintenance, the machine quickly developed new problems. Small technical issues that once took me minutes to solve now stopped production for hours. Within weeks, other departments ran out of work because turbine parts could not move through inspection. Missed deadlines cost the company enormous amounts of money, and senior executives launched a major investigation. A month later, I was invited back to give an official statement about everything that had happened. I explained the situation honestly and described every issue I had reported during my time there. Soon afterward, several managers lost their jobs, including Curtis and the supervisors who protected Leon. The company eventually hired outside specialists to retrain employees because nobody left inside the factory truly understood the equipment anymore. As for me, I found a better position almost immediately. My new workplace was only minutes from home. The team treated each other with respect, and my experience was finally appreciated.